The Mexican MPs. Hey, it's Suze, and welcome to today's episode of War Crimes Unit, also known as the Black Operation. Greetings from the sovereign nation of Mexico. Nice to see ya. Really nice to see ya. I mean, I gotta tell ya, after the last few weeks of me having to escape, dodge, and trick back-to-back stings on this black operation set up by this corrupt FBI CIA task force, multiple cities, I gotta tell you. I mean, man, dude, it can take the wind out of you. And you know what? Sometimes I just think to myself, how the hell did I wake up this morning? It's fucking damn amazing. I mean, that's kind of one of the things that they're trying to actually do, is that they're trying to exhaust me. So I'm glad I got a few minutes of peace here in Mexico. But let me tell you, when I got over here, I had to go to Oxxo. I love Oxxo. Get my coffee, get a couple packs of cigarettes. You know what? They're cheaper here in Mexico. Why should I spend money in the United States when I can get, the same thing much cheaper? And then plus I get the bonus of sitting here in the sovereign nation of Mexico, who's got the treaty with the ICC, which I did. Get this, so I'm sitting like right here in this little park, and the military patrols where I am in Nuevo Laredo, Mexico. And you know what? I've been over here a few times, stayed the night over here, and then been back and forth. And I noticed that the military here, well, they had different uniforms from what I had seen, like say in Mexicali and then in Tijuana. They seemed to wear like a lighter brown, and then here they wore green. And I couldn't really figure out what the difference was, except for maybe that they might have been, whether it was seasonal or something like that, or maybe it's just that they just wore different outfits just because of the state that they're in. But anyway, well, so they patrol. And I learned this down in Tijuana, actually. Okay, so like they patrol, but if they get off their Jeeps or their trucks or whatever they're in, they are on a mission. There is something going on, and they are on a mission to figure it out. So just about 100 feet away from me, they three of their trucks had gone by, and they had got off and were doing a very, what looked like thorough surveillance and investigation. I just, apparently, they probably stood around for about a half an hour and were questioning people and so forth. And no gunfire, nobody got shot, nobody got killed. That would have been interesting. I wish that the FBI and the CIA and some other corrupt jackasses in the United States, I almost wish they'd trail me into Mexico right in front of the army, so then they could just have some target practice. I couldn't be lucky enough for fucking FBI agent Joe out of Vegas to fucking trail me into Mexico. The military could just fucking shoot them with their AK-47. Same thing with that fucking CIA jackass, that Mark Moore. Couldn't be fucking lucky enough that they could trail me into Mexico and then they could be axed. Oh my God. Them, that damn fucking FBI agent Chris Byers and all those little shithead fucking goddamn friends out of Las Vegas. That would be fantastic. Would not be lucky enough. But that didn't happen. But here's what I noticed when they were off their truck, and I didn't notice it before, and I think it's because it blends in with their uniforms, is that these guys are MPs. I was like, no way, dude, MP. Well, it's reversed here. So it says PM versus MP, like what we would think of in the United States. But I was very, very impressed. I was like, man, dude, they're just not the Army. They're the MPs. I'm like, you know what? MPs rock. I love MPs. Matter of fact, you know what? They're driving by me right now. Hear that siren? That sound. Wow, man, they are way cool. And you know what? I have to honestly say they're all also drop dead gorgeous. Yep, oh boy, MP. I wish I could get a photo of that man, dude. That would totally rock. Can you imagine Suze, surrounded by a bunch of MPs in Mexico? That would be a great photo op. Unfortunately, you know what? Can't do that for security purposes. But, wow, they are way cool. MPs rock. MPs rock in Mexico. So, so good afternoon. So I have to say that I'm very safe here. I wish I didn't have to go back. If I had I was sitting here thinking to myself, you know what, I got a book of papers that the Mexican government gave me, and basically if I filled it out and went and turned it in right now, it's the big fuck you to the United States government papers. is basically what it would boil down to in legal jargon. Fuck you, United States. Based on all your fucking corruption and, taking out my family, killing them, making them disappear, and all the shit you do to me, and wrapping 2 kids within a terrorist organization, within Al-Qaeda, Hezbollah, the Taliban, ISIS, wherever the hell they fucking goddamn throw them, and then I have to try to pay for them to get out. I should be down turning in this a fuck you to the United States book of papers that the Mexican government gave me, but boy, I gotta tell you, that was a disaster that we had down between Mexicali and Tijuana. And, I still, to this day, I cannot figure out why immigration in Mexicali would spend the time and effort to transport me to Tijuana in order to do this a fuck you to the United States. I call it fuck you to the United States. That's not what it's really called professionally, but fuck you to the United States. And then only for the head of Mexican immigration to push me back to the FBI and to push me back to Homeland Security Investigations, or HSI. Man, you know what? I just can't go through that again. I can't. I cannot go through that again. If I went down and tried turning these book of papers and I got pushed back to the FBI or HSI, I would fucking probably slit my throat. So you know what? I'd rather just sit and hang out near the MPs. That's today's episode of War Crimes Unit, also known as the Black Operation. Keep your stun gun, machine gun, automatic weapon, AK-47, or any other automatic weapon handy. There's real criminals and terrorists out there. This is Faith, life outside the Federal Witness Protection Program. A very dangerous way to exist.